What's up, YouTube? So, today's topic, I'm going to talk about the reasons why I don't like this human experience, and I'm going to get on it. The list of reasons why this human experience is so painful. So, let's get to it. One, at least for me, for you, it may be different, but for me, obviously, there's a lot of evil people in this world. There's a lot of cold-hearted people who lack empathy, who lack who just don't know how to treat people with respect and kindness, people who lack a lot of emotional intelligence, right? So growing up, I've always been around people who are very just abusive, people who lacked a lot of emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So there are times where I had to cut a lot of people off because of that. It's not easy, and they inflicted a lot of trauma and pain onto me, to where I'm currently trying to heal as an adult. So it's not easy. Um, Another reason why I hate this human experience is the human body nervous system. So like me, ever since late 2017, ever since I had a very tense connection with my twin flame, or with a very spiritual connection, ever since we separated, I've experienced a lot of heart chakra activations, like just a lot of heart pains around my heart area. I always get checked up, so I never had any heart issues or anything like that. So I'm always healthy and stuff, but I've always have spiritual symptoms to where I have an overstimulated nervous system, or I'm always experiencing some type of heart pain, and it's just at times it gets too much. It gets too much, so I don't know, man. So there are times where I'll try therapy, and I'm gonna try therapy in the future, but if anything, I'm starting therapy around the month of August, so I'm excited about that. Um, I'm also trying to book tarot readings and stuff on why I'm experiencing the things I'm experiencing. You know what I'm saying? Other people do experience what I've experienced sometimes, but oh no, man, it's just I've experienced a lot of heart pains, a lot of it's not like a medical heart pains, more so when experiencing heartbreak, and you know how your heart hurts or your chest hurts. Yeah, is that type of feeling. I'm always experiencing that, and I'm always experiencing just some type of pain, like overthinking, or there are times where I have flashbacks of the amount of trauma I've been through family members, through people betraying me, and just all this other crazy shit. So I don't know, it's rough, man. It gets rough. It's bullshit, man. But the best thing I try to do, I try to use these painful experiences to my advantage by making YouTube videos, by learning a lot of things and shit. All the things I've experienced, man, that shit is not right, man. So I'm not sure if it's because of karma, a past life karma, or it's because just it's part of my soul mission for me to experience fucked up shit and to overcome it and to heal from that shit, so I could become a much fucking powerful spirit, I guess. But I don't know, man. It gets too much. This is not right, man. So yeah, it's weird though, cause I could look at my life and I could see how it's playing out. So I'm aware that spirit or the universe or God, they're purposely putting me around people that aren't at my level. They're purposely putting people that are very disrespectful, and I'm forced to be around them. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't take life personally. I can see what God is trying to do, and it's just what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Some people may say you're trapped in these situations. I call that bullshit, because if you were born into situations where it cause a lot of trauma and pain, you don't have free will. So it's you're not really attracting those things. Those things were pretty much pre-planned from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? From the jump. The only free will we have is the fact that we have the self-awareness to heal that shit. But that's pretty much it. Even then, that's not free will, because if we were to be aware on our traumas and shit, why is that we're aware at a certain time? Why couldn't we be aware when we're a lot younger? You know what I'm saying? Because spirit will put us in a situation to where we're forced to self-reflect on the things we've been through at a certain time, at a certain cycle in our life. Not in a time where we're being abused and shit, where we're supposed to get trauma. You know what I'm saying? I'll go more into detail, but it's a lot to explain. Uh, yeah, so that's the reason why I don't like this human experience is the fact that it's the people. A lot of people are cold hearted and like a lot of, and the human body, it's so susceptible. It's so easy for the human body to develop a lot of trauma, a lot of blockages, and, and mental blockages and overstimulations on the nervous system and shit like that. This is how it is. But another reason why I don't like this human experience is karma. Now, these are my beliefs. Your beliefs may be different, but for my beliefs, I personally believe in karma. So it kind of reverts back to my last point where like we don't have free will. So I feel like it's so easy to create bad karma or negative karma. Or not even that, but like yeah, some people, according to like spirituality, some people are born into like dysfunctional families or put into very abusive situations so they can break generational curses. That deals with karma. Karma could be a bad thing or a good thing. Karma could be a good thing in a way where like you're meant to experience fucked up situations so you can overcome it and so you can heal from it and so you can break these curses. It could be through any situation in life. It could be through poverty, through financial curses, through relationships, through alcohol addictions, to smoking addictions, to anything really, to mental health, to like body weight, all this and that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not an easy process. So pretty much your whole life you're gonna battle through the things that you signed up for as the spirit before you came down here. So you pretty much your whole life you're trying to battle and break these generational curses your whole life, and it causing a lot of stress and chaos into your life growing up. You know, so and not only that, but there's so much things when it comes to karma. You can easily make a wrong decision, and you can create bad karma for yourself that's going to cost you your whole life or through your next lifetime. You could drive a car, and you could accidentally run someone over, or you can accidentally get into an accident. You could kill like multiple people by accident, and now you either go to jail or you go to prison for life, or like now you just created bad karma for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Um, it's crazy how like in this experience we have free will. Free will in the meanings like, for example, you could so easily decide to work or decide to go on a certain path when it comes to your career field, right? For example, I'm using my life for example. So I have the free will to be in the military and to make a great career out of myself, to go to school, complete my college classes, and to graduate, right? And to work on my fitness, to become healthy mentally and physically, right? And take advantage of any opportunities the military has to offer for me, right? So I could create a better life for myself, right? I could also have the opportunity to create a lot of financial abundance by learning about investments, learning about stocks, learning how to save money, learning how to build my own business through YouTube videos or something like that, right? I could easily build a great life for myself so I could set myself for success. I could easily get that degree, get that college degree, or like learn a trade and learn new skill learn new skill when it comes to my career, right? I have the free will and choice to do that. Well, I also have the free will and choice to be homeless, to not to just get out the military, to not go to school, to not make YouTube videos anymore. I have the opportunity to just not necessarily give up on life, but more so not to participate in this matrix, right? So now I'm homeless, and now I'm not eating, and now I'm living on the street, and I'm not doing nothing. I'm not putting my talents, skills out to the world like that, right? I really be thinking those things sometimes, like, man, we live in a corrupt world. What's the point of all this? But I've done a lot of soul searching, a lot of shadow work to where, like, maybe it's best to just participate in this matrix so I could hope to one day create my own system and make this world and the people and to one day to make this world a better place to help people around me, right? But and not only that, but I love what I do and stuff. So like, it doesn't feel like work, but I just hate participating in the matrix, if that makes sense. But it's part of growing up. We've all experienced those things where like we love what we do, but there's certain things where we'd rather not do. Like me, I love working out. I love working and shit, but I hate dealing with finances. I hate learning about finances. I hate learning about investments. I hate saving up. But I have to do that shit. It's part of the matrix in order to build a successful life for myself. So in hopes one day I could live the type of life I want to live one day, right? Such as financial freedom. But at the same time, I do have the freedom and the free will to not participate and not do those things, and so I could live in the street and not do anything with my life, you know. And it's crazy how when it comes to free will and freedom of choice, we have the opportunity to make those decisions in life. It's so easy to decide to drink alcohol, to be drunk, and to go to jail and to go to prison, right? It's so easy to rob a bank. It's so easy to shoot someone, right? At the same time, you could also make a decision to be successful by working and studying hard at your career, investing in your money, and building a successful life for yourself, right? So you can live life financially free, I guess, or at least close to it, right? Or have to reach your goals when it comes to this matrix, right? We call life, or we call this world, right? So when it comes to decisions and choices we make as adults, the sky's the limit, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta decide what you want out of life, you know. And I feel like as adults, we don't get too much credit on how difficult it is to be on the right path. I feel like adults, not just adults, but people in general, we got we got to deal with so much bullshit in this world. We got to deal with corruption, the failed school system, shitty parents, shitty family members, shitty people, a corrupt, controlled money system, lack of freedom, and shit like that as human beings, right? But here we are trying to do the best we can, staying out of trouble, and people do get in trouble. It's not really their fault. They're just doing the best they can to live life on what they know. People who often go to jail or prison or who often get themselves into trouble, mostly they're victims because more than likely they have a lot of trauma and pain that were inflicted onto them, because more than likely they were born into abusive family members, or like they were abandoned, and now as kids and as they grow up, they don't have the tools to have emotional emotional regulations and shit, where they can't regulate their emotions, so then they act up. They're too much in their feminine energy, so now they're so reactive and they're so angry, and they tend to like get themselves into trouble, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really their fault. They're just traumatized and put into fucked up situations that's not working in their favor by like being born into neglectful family members who like to abandon them or who struggle financially and shit like that. So it's mostly the parents' fault. And I mentioned this in my old videos. Parents are the main reasons why this world's so fucked up. Yes, it's parents, but it's more so the world. It's the corrupt world. But then when people have kids, the corrupt world is making parents corrupt as well, because this world is so evil, and it traumatizes people because this world forces you to do things you don't want to do so you can survive. And then when you have kids, you're inflicting that same trauma onto these kids and shit. And that's how you create generational curses. But it's just crazy how, like, as adults, we have the amount of shit we've been through, but yet we're still trying our best to do right. We're just trying to live life to the best of our ability at the end of the day, pretty much. So I feel like as adults, we don't get too much credit for that. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like in life, either God, life, or spirit, or the rules and regulations of this matrix, of this human experience, of this realm, is to have a lot of people lack in the things they really want out of life, for them to lack for the things they really want to get out of life, just so they could either grow spiritually, so they could grow stronger, or so it's kind of a test to see how much do you want to live life despite God taking away from the things you want. Like, let's say, for example, I'm using my life for example. That's me. I always wanted to be around like-minded friends and a loving romantic relationship, right? What the fuck's so hard about getting those things? Well, all my life, I always struggled to attain or to even get those things. So I feel like what God is trying to do is trying to either block, or my spirit is trying to block those things for me from, so I won't get them, either so God could test me, or maybe it's just the rules and regulations of life that like the things you want out of life, you want the most, you're not going to get that, or it's going to take so long to get that, because it's part of this human experience where like it's pretty much a test to see how you're able to go through life without wanting the things you want out of life. If anything, life will give you the opposite. So let's say, for example, you always want to be around loving people in a romantic connection, right? It said life or God will put you around the opposite. So they'll put you around abusive, disrespectful people or family members, or like God will keep you single your whole life, pretty much. So I don't know. That's how I look at shit. It just seems like it, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm being pessimistic, but I do have hope. I do have faith, you know what I'm saying? But it just seems like it. I just observe people's lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? It always seems like there's certain things people want out of life the most, but it seems like they're not able to obtain those things. Either at the last minute they'll get those things later in their life when they're really old, and by the time they get those things, they're not going to be able to enjoy it as much because once they get those things, they don't have the energy to even enjoy those things, or like I don't know, just some shit like that. But I don't know. I'm saying some shit, but I don't know, man. It just I don't know. Cause I be reflecting my life, man, and like I understand people have a harder. It's all about gratitude and shit like that, which is understandable. But like I be reflecting on my life and shit, and I'm just thinking like, man, like why am I experiencing those things? Like all those things I've experienced, all these fucked up situations I've experienced, those were out of my control. It's like I was put into these situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to heal. And it just shows me how important my soul mission is. Just the fact that I have to go through all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. It's part of life. It's annoying, but hopefully one day we'll get to the other side and we're able to complete the things we need to get done. And hopefully one day we're able to attract the things we want out of life instead of this bullshit. But have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking. Never give up. Always have faith. Always believe in yourself. Follow your heart. And just know that you're not alone. And I'm alright. I'm okay. Just because I'm speaking on horrible shit, like, I'm alright. Like I know I have the tools and the connections to heal and to build myself back up. I'm just speaking my mind pretty much. I'm just releasing trauma and shit. Or not even that, I'm just releasing baggage that's in my mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't take my videos personally. I'm just speaking my mind. But like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. And comment down below on your experiences and why you hate this experience. Or let me know what you think about this video and have a good one. Peace.